All right, guys, it's that time. It's that time of the month. I'm bored, so we're gonna make a video on these guys. These are my beetles. Well, they're grubs right now, but I might have gone a bit overboard in getting grubs. So let's start with them. Let's introduce them. This is Grub. He's my Dynasties Hercules grub, or Dynasties Titanus, not Hercules. Ooh, I don't want one of those. The Eastern Hercules beetle. Well, now that I've introduced him, he can go back in his little dirt pile and have fun with his life. Okay, the guy who pooped twice here, is my Dorcas Titanus grub. He is a behemoth, coming in at 32 grams. Look at this guy. So he probably just pooped a gram right there. He was my most expensive beetle. He costed $55 just for the beetle, then plus shipping everything. Oh, I should say, this guy, he was $20 plus shipping. This is Sergey. Oh, Constantine Grub. His name's Constantine, his name's Grub. This is Sergey, my rainbow stag beetle, or Phallocronthus mulleri. He's my tiniest one. He's a little baby, a little bitty baby. Yeah, I'm gonna, he was like $35 plus shipping. I'm gonna put him up in his little enclosure. Enjoy your life, little Sergey, and enjoy digging down. Let me put you in an area that's a bit better so I can make that look at my OCD. He's a rainbow stag beetle. He has a while before he'll do anything. These guys will probably go into pupal mode by, like, I want to say sometime early next year, maybe spring. These guys are my C. mutabalis. I cannot remember what the C stands for, but these are fig eater beetles. How much do these guys cost? Free. The person I bought this guy and this guy from gave me them for free. I have a bunch of them, so I'm probably gonna start breeding them. If anyone wants them, they're super easy. They don't care how old their soil is. They don't care about anything. They can live together as grubs. They're literally super easy. I keep a bunch. I have like 7. If anyone wants them when I start breeding them, you can have them like really cheap, or maybe free, depending how I feel that day. Anyways, let's discuss these beetles a bit. I don't like to own any adult beetles. I just own grubs, but let's discuss grubs. So, as for Dynasties Hercules, he'll take a while to pupal or become a beetle, and that's about how big he'll get. As for him, he's gonna get a bit bigger, so he'll also take like a year. He takes about 9 months to go from adult to this guy's very seasonal. They transform seasonally. If you notice, they also are moving upside down because they're kind of silly. They're kind of silly little grubs. There you go. Enjoy doing that. These guys aren't named because I just have so many of them and I can't tell them apart as little grubs. Plus, I don't ever pull them out. And like this guy is like my pride and joy. I love that guy. As for their soil, oak flake soil, oak flake soil, oak flake soil, oak flake soil. I also mix in oak leaves and sphagnum moss into each of their containers. What the hell? Whatever. No, get back here. Get back here. As for the soil itself, for Dynasties Hercules, their soil can last you about, like, I want to say almost its entire time of being a grub. You won't really have to change it out. For stag beetles, though, every 5 months you have to change out the soil as it gets old and they don't really like old soil. These guys are easy. You can give them like 2-year-old soil and they'd be like, okay. They are perfect little starter beetles. If you want to get into beetle grubs, these guys are the ones to start with. They're not stag beetles, nor are they rhinoceros beetles, but they are really pretty beetles. They're fig eater beetles. Look them up. They're kind of green. As for other care, I just make sure to keep this thing a bit moist. Like, I water and mist it every once in a while. Same for all of them. I try to check on the beetles every few weeks, except when I'm pretty sure they're getting ready to pupal. Then I'll ignore them because they have to make pupal chambers. And aside from that, I'll probably have him as a grub for like a couple months, him as a grub for shorter, and him as a grub for short. He's already buried. Look at you, grub, already buried in your little container. You don't have to keep in critter keepers. I just keep in critter keepers because I have a bunch of critter keepers. And yeah, oh wait, it's Contenus mutabalis. That's what it is. And they're already buried. All you have left is my stag beetles. Stag beetles take forever to bury. They're not as efficient as my other ones, but that's okay. He laid some massive poo-poos. I have to clean that lid. And yeah, I just want to talk about them. When they're beetles, I do have a few enclosures ready for when they're beetles. I made this enclosure for whichever one. I think this one will be for probably Constantine, my Dorcas titanus. Then this one, a bit smaller one, will probably be for, I want to say Sergey or Grub. Depending on how large of a grub is, he'll get the 8x8x8, but the 12x12x12 would definitely be for Mr. Constantine. I'll have to set up another tank for the fig eater beetles, but oh, whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to make them bioactive because I just love bioactive tanks. I love like the interaction between the springtails, the isopods, and the inhabitant of the tank. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun indeed. Now let's go back to the grub. As for these guys, you can see he's trying to bury himself. He has a lot more soil than other ones. You can tell from like the level of soil, just because he needs more because he's a lot bigger. He has the least amount because he's a little tiny little baby, but he'll get bigger. He's just a little bitty baby right now. As for who I got them from Simon Park on Facebook. Join US Beetles. Join that Facebook group. They have a lot of good people that sell stag beetles. They gave me like 7 of these guys for free. So I mean, I can't be mad about that. That's pretty cool. I got like 7 beetles for free that I can start breeding. So now I'll be able to have fig eater beetles for the rest of my life. Yay! Anyways, I just wanted to give a little update on my little beetle boys. Yeah, he doesn't like when I touch him, but oh well. Get wrecked, nerd.